Instagram. Hello, hello. If you're just catching this on your timeline, sending you love, feel free to stop and take a read with me. Take a listen of a read with me. My name is Angelique. I am the author of Days of Darkness and the Insights that brought forth light. And if you haven't been on this journey with me these past 8 weeks, we're on chapter 9, actually 9 weeks because we're on chapter 9 and we did the intro. Uh, wow. Actually, it's like 10 weeks, last month or two, last couple months. Um, this book is a collection of insights that I received from processing and reflecting on some of the darkest chapters and seasons of my life in my early 20s. And it's been beautiful to go through this read and to share this experience. And I'm really grateful. If you are looking for like playlist vibes, you can find that on my YouTube channel at VZ Spaces, same handle here on Instagram. And if you are looking to connect or chat and slide into my DM, you can go to Instagram at VZ Spaces, like here on the YouTube channel. But yeah, we're going to be getting into this reading. You can also go to vzspaces.com. Books are available for order now. I'm doing the next book order in May, so I will have books available. You can put in an order and it will get to you in a reasonable amount of time. Some people ask me like why I said my books were sold out or if I was going to be printing more. And I'm like, yes, I just want to make sure that when somebody puts in an order, it gets to them in a reasonable amount of time. So I put sold out and opened up the orders once I got closer to the print date. So yeah, that's the vibe with this. Go switch this around a little bit so you can see this here. But yes, this is available for sale going forward. And then until they sell out again. But yeah, today I'm going to be reading chapter 9. That's called Listening to Pain. Days of Darkness. This book is also a coloring book, and you can color to your heart's desire. You can draw things in. You can write notes. Somebody said to me that it's kind of like a workbook. I was like, absolutely. There's some really powerful questions in here, and I have been considering collecting a few of them and putting them into a workbook of sorts. So that's something that you might see from me. But yeah, let's hop right into it, as I do like to keep these relatively brief so they are digestible. Um, yeah, and however, I might go on a little tangent, so just be mindful. Okay, the author's note. This is a work of nonfiction. The events and experiences detailed herein have been described from the author's memory to the best of the author's ability. This publication is designed to provide personally experienced information in regard to the subject matter covered. It is sold and shared with the understanding that the author is not engaged in rendering psychological, financial, legal, or other professional services. If if specific expert assistance or counseling is needed, the services of a competent professional in that field should be sought. Yes, I am a spiritual coach. I can support you with, hey, Jorge, I can support you with building a personal practice, aligning with your divine light and your creativity, understanding your worthiness and your innate ability to create the life that you desire. Absolutely can help you with that. I have suggestions for ways that you can build momentum with your personal practice. Start your day off with gratitude, hold you accountable to that. You know, I can do that. However, if you're trying to get some psychological drugs, if you're trying to get some advice about money or what you should do in a legal situation, I'm going to reference you to somebody else. That is not where I am. But yes, if anything comes up for you while I'm reading or while you're reading, definitely always get support. I highly advocate for folks to get support. So yes, parental advisory and content warning, topics of suicide and depression, some sexually suggestive situations, and strong language. Oh, are you saying you feel seen as far as I saw you or like in the book? You know. Also, hey. I love the little wave button. Anyway, let's get into the chapter. Chapter 9, Listening to Pain. I have an extra. Hmm. Finances. Yes. Yes, Jorge. Um, I had an interesting experience that kind of relates to this pain topic, but I will get into that because this is a one pager. So I think I'll have a little time to chat about that. When you have a feeling in your heart, a feeling of discomfort or unease, listen to that feeling. When your gut is sinking and you're riddled with devastation, that is a powerful signal. When we have a strong physical reaction to an experience, we should take time to process what it's bringing up. Do not run from painful moments. Feeling pain is a part of the human experience. It means you're alive and conscious. Try asking, why am I feeling so much discomfort about this? What words, actions, or events triggered this unease that I'm sensing? Emotional pain often happens when we realize our lives are not what we assume them to be. When someone we thought we could trust with our thoughts, emotions, or ideas betrays us and completely shatters that trust. When we worked extra hard to reach a destination only to find that it's nothing like we dreamed. When there's something we want to do but get paralyzed and panicky. Pause to process what energy is passing through you. You have the power and capacity to move past any painful moment in your life. Hey, Leah. But in order to do that, give yourself grace and listen to what the pain is revealing to you. Listening to pain. So, briefly here, the experience that I had recently, I had to work um, in office on Saturday. And as a person who experiences menstruation, occasionally there are bouts of cramps. And as I was walking out the door to go to the office, I got tapped to bring my ibuprofen. And I don't always do that because I don't always need it. But something was like, bring this with you. I was like, okay, I will listen because I'm learning how to be more um, responsive with my body. Yes, I'm happy you're here too, Leah. Definitely listen to the replay. Um, and so I get to the office. I'm kind of getting into my flow of what I'm doing, getting ready for a meeting. Like 45 minutes maybe before this meeting starts, I start feeling cramps happening. And I don't have like normal cramps, I'll put it that way. Um, they get very intense. they can get, it's not all the time, but they can get very intense, and it will trigger um, nausea. It will trigger vomiting even. Even it makes like I get chills, and I'm just like debilitated for like at a minimum of 2 or 3 hours if I don't catch it at the top with some ibuprofen, right? And I was like feeling it coming on, and I was like, ooh, okay, good thing I brought my ibuprofen. And then I take it, I'm sitting here. Now it's like the meeting is in 30 minutes. And then the meeting is in 20 minutes. And I'm sitting here like waiting for this medicine to start kicking in. And the cramps are coming. I'm like, oh gosh. And so I have to like hit my squats and like shift myself and like stretch myself out. And I'm sharing all this because during that time while I was having that little bouts of pain coming up, I was saying to myself, God is good. God is all there is. Energy is all there is. Just kind of really recognizing that my body is sending me a signal, and I listen to that signal because my intuition told me to bring my medicine with me. And now I took the medicine and it's working. And now I'm just kind of in this process of like waiting for it to come through. I know it's coming through. I know everything is working out. I know everything's going to be all right. I'm not going to end up curled up on the floor here. Like I'm just waiting for this medicine to take. And then it did. And then I went through my day with my meeting. Um, and it's just really interesting how I'm on this chapter about listening to pain. And I really had to listen in that moment because I have in the past tried to be hard headed and tried to be like, oh, I can just, breathe this away. No. My body is telling me we need some support here. I need something to support me with managing the signals that are happening, with the processes that are happening. And either you can listen to that or you can ignore it, and we'll go through the whole 5-hour process of rehabilitating ourselves, right? So it's just a recent moment that happened, and I think it's so important that we begin to build that trust in our relationship with our body, with our heart, with our emotions. When we, like I said, when something gives us a sense of unease or devastation, right? What is that telling me? What is that bringing up? Like, what is it that triggers that? And what can I do to re-regulate myself? What can I do to honor a boundary? What can I do to communicate how I'm feeling so that I can express it and the energy can pass through, right? Like really listening to it, because a lot of us run from pain. And it's a natural thing. Animals run from pain, right? Insects run from pain. Everything will move itself out of the way of harm and danger naturally. So, as humans, we have the ability to not just react, we can respond. And that takes being intentional and listening. And if unless there is somebody like some fire literally right in front of your face, or somebody is like has a knife at your forehead, right? Like you can take a moment. And even in those times, you might want to take a moment. That might be powerful. But you can take a moment and see, what is this signal sending to me, right? Especially when it's something like a memory or something emotional. Pausing and allowing yourself to process that. Um, Love that you know your body and you listen to your inner guidance. Me too, because I had quite a day ahead of me. And I wasn't always that way. I used to try to defy myself and act like I could just, again, just muscle through it, breathe through it, think through it, and just, act like I wasn't having the experience that I was having. But I have learned in my 32 years. Well, I guess technically it's like 20 years, but that I've been navigating, having a menstrual cycle, right? Just listen to your body, girl. And there's also something in here that I wanted to unpack really quick. Um, let's see. Ah, the feeling pain is a part of the human experience. And I wanted to highlight this because some people may, I've noticed that some people take this idea, this concept of pain being a part of the human experience and exacerbating it and making it feel like all life is pain, life is only pain. And if you're not in pain, then you're not alive, and it can get to that extreme. However, what I am expressing here is that feeling the pain is a part of the experience, is an experience that can happen. Feeling pain is something that can happen in the human experience. We don't have to live in pain. We don't have to seek pain. We don't have to invite pain or keep reproducing it to manufacture it. It'll just pop up on its own. And this statement is an opportunity for us to accept and acknowledge that pain exists. Because if we don't acknowledge that painful things happen or that they are a possibility, when something does happen and it brings up something like devastation or discouragement or deflation, we're like, what is it? So what do I do with this? I don't know. And then we get dysregulated and we get into confusion, which creates more um, trouble and more pain because we aren't able to act clearly and from clarity. However, when we are willing to say, okay, this is hurt, okay, a little tangent. There's a show called Steven Universe, and it's about this young kid who is part um, alien. I'll say it that way. And he goes to this planet where these aliens are holding human beings in a zoo, and they have been doing this for generations. And it's like this perfect paradise, but it's just like this floating thing in the middle of space. And they've been living there for generations and generations. And Stephen, he ends up getting there because his dad got captured and taken there. So he's there to rescue his dad. And the people there, they don't know what being hurt is. They don't even know the word hurt. And when Stephen introduces it to them, they're like, I don't understand what that means because I've been in this perfectly curated environment and everything that I've ever needed has been provided and everything is made so I don't even feel like a scrape on my knee or something like that. And their relationship mating process involves some voice telling them like, okay, this person is going to be with this person and now you're just happy and in love. And that's how they experience life and reproduce. But then, since Greg, Steven's dad, is there, and they have this like ritual, um, Greg is like, I don't want to just be matched with somebody. And the person that is set to be matched with him is like, what is this? I don't understand what this is. And then they all start kind of having this fit in the line. And the show is like, is this hurt? It's like, is this what hurting is? Is this what pain is? When someone rejects you, when someone says, I don't want to be the person that you're with. When someone says, I don't think you're the one for this opportunity. When someone says, I don't like your shoes, I don't like your art, I don't like your hair, whatever. Um, all of those different things can bring up a feeling that we call hurt, that we call pain. and they do exist because our world, as it is in this dimension of reality on planet Earth, is not perfectly safe and curated so that there is only comfort all the time. It includes hurt, it includes pain. So it's good to be able to understand and register when that is happening and what it is bringing up, for us to work on and investigate and release. So, yeah, I wanted to tap on that because I know that pain as a part of the human experience can get blown out of proportion. So I want you all to know that I don't prescribe to that or subscribe to that or promote that. I absolutely am here to just let you know it exists and it's okay. And you have the possibility to communicate with it and see what it is trying to tell you by listening. Heartbreak. I'm going to have to check out that show, Steven Universe. Yeah, it's Steven with a V, but phenomenal show, Leah. Absolutely incredible show. So much emotional intelligence. I'm gonna send you a song. It's called "Here Comes a Thought," and it's about meditating essentially and letting your thoughts pass. It's a really beautiful show. Um, One of the most emotionally intelligent animations I have come across in my life. And I've just been recently rewatching it because I hadn't finished the last season because there was like some space. And I was like, listen, this waiting situation is, I got to release it because it hurts. It's letting me know I'm too attached to the show. So yeah, I just finished the last season recently, and it was wrapped up beautifully. It's still something I can watch endlessly to this day, season one to season five, all the way through. But yeah, yeah, highly recommended. I'm gonna send that to you, Leah. But yes, beautiful people, days of darkness. Ah, so grateful for this opportunity. So grateful for the life that this book is taking on. And if you would like to have it in your life, it is available for sale. Um, the prints will be in May. So if you um, do pre order now, then it'll be shipped out sometime towards the end of May. You should get it sometime towards the end of May, I should say. So that is available, and then those will be available until those are sold out. And then who knows, I might purchase more right off the bat, or there might be another little waiting period. But in any case, buy them and we can talk about that once they're all gone. But yeah, you can go to vzspaces.com, V as in victory, Z as in space. V, my computer is dying and I spazzed out a little bit. Excuse me. V as in victory, Z as in zebra, spaces as in space.com across my handles and on the website. I love you. I'm grateful for you. Um, Put your mind to it and you can absolutely do it. That's what this book has taught me. And I'm sending you so much love and light as you go on your journey. Have a beautiful, wonderful, absolutely spectacular, magical day. Because you deserve it, because you are worthy, because you are absolutely creating it right now. And I will see you next week. Bye.